So a little while ago I was finally able to get this rune to drop from the expert dungeon while we were doing it on stream. Yes! 100 freaking % worth it to lose to Calypso. I'm not sad anymore. So we will be using this right now, and what makes it so great and why I absolutely have been looking forward to getting these from the dungeon is the reason that with these we are able to equip our town archers or town cannons with E-tier items. So normally, if I go into here and I select an E-tier item and I try to equip, we will get an error message that this item of grade cannot be equipped. And even if we go to the skill tree and into the town archer section, which is in the top right corner of your skill tree, and even if we activate these two skill nodes over here, we can still only equip our town archers with up to S grade items. And now this is where this rune comes into picture. Now if we give this rune to an E-tier item, we are able to equip this item on our town archers. So let's do that right now. So let's head into the town. And now in here, we first have to add a socket to the item we want to use the rune on. So I have leveled this to up to +5 so I can easily recognize it. We will be using it on this item today. The item has absolutely garbage lines for anything else except for the cooldown skill level +1 line, and this is the only reason I want this item on my town archers, because of this cooldown skill level +1 line. So first let's add a socket to the item. There we go. And then let's go to the enchant. Let's select the item again. Here we go. And now we will have to select the rune as well. So let's go to the runes, and it's all the way in the bottom because it's the last one that dropped and I haven't organized them. But there we go. Equipable to town archers. Now once we do this, ta-da! We can head into our castle again. And now that we are in here, we can select our town lightning cannon in here, go to the item section and search for the item. There it is. Now it has the rune, can be equipped to town archers with the cooldown skill level +1 line, and now we can equip it on this town cannon. This means we are able to get one more cooldown skill level +1 line for my waving build. This is really strong for you. This is like an end game kind of a stuff, really. If you happen to be able to get these runes, do not use them on L tier items, even though if you potentially could use L tier items on your town archers with this rune, but it's so rare to get that only use it on E tier items. So with this, let's see. Now we have 25 cooldown E lines in this build. And what does that make our pure wizard cooldown to be? It was 6.6 before this one. So it's now 6.5. So we are going down all the way, all the time. And we still have room for one more town archer rune. I have previously 2 on here, on the town cannon. This is why I have 2 separate cannons on my build. They're not here to do any damage. They are here only for the reason that we can store these cooldown skill level +1 lines on these cannons. So this is the reason. So there's room for one more for this slot, and we will need to hunt a little bit more of that expert dungeon so that we can get the final town archer rune to drop for us from the dungeon. And once we get that, we are kind of done with the expert dungeon for a while. So I'm really looking forward to that. And final thing you have to know is, if you have that one, if you give it to an E-tier item, you still have to activate this line from the skill tree that says skill level, enable skill level +1 property. So you will have to have this one enabled for that skill level +1 line to take effect in your build, even if you have the town archer rune on that item. When you have the town archer rune on the item, you do not have to activate these 2 nodes over here, so you can save 2 skill points in that way.